William Shakespeare, the guy you probably struggled with in high school, but who actually invented the way you talk today. Born in Stratford-upon-Avon in 1564, he was the son of a glovemaker, which isn't exactly the most poetic start for a genius. There's a massive gap in his life called the lost years, where he just disappeared from history for nearly a decade. He popped back up in London around 1592, and within a few years, he was the hottest playwright and actor in the city. In 1599, his company built the Globe, a massive wooden O where people paid a penny to stand in the mud and watch. Will didn't just write plays. He literally invented over 1,700 words, including eyeball, lonely, and swagger. If you've ever been in a pickle or gone on a wild goose chase, you're quoting Shakespeare without even knowing it. He was also the king of the sick burn. His insults were so poetic you almost forgot you were being roasted. Because he was so prolific, some conspiracy theorists think Shakespeare was actually a secret group of aristocrats. Queen Elizabeth I was a huge fan, often inviting his troupe, the Lord Chamberlain's men, to perform at her palace. When the bubonic plague shut down London's theaters, Shakespeare didn't rest, he pivoted and started writing his famous sonnets. He excelled at tragedies, famously killing off almost everyone you liked in plays like Hamlet, Othello, and King Lear. When King James took the throne, the troupe became the king's men, and Shakespeare wrote Macbeth to satisfy the king's obsession with witches. Unlike many struggling artists, Will was actually very rich. He made a fortune in real estate and bought the biggest house in town. In 1613, during a performance of Henry VIII, a theatrical cannon accidentally set the thatch roof of the Globe on fire. Shakespeare retired shortly after the fire, heading back to Stratford to live out his final days in peace and quiet. In his will, he left his wife his second-best bed, which is either a huge insult or a very romantic inside joke. He died in 1616 at the age of 52, leaving a curse on his gravestone to stop anyone from moving his bones. If his friends hadn't published the first folio after his death, half of his plays would have been lost to history forever. 400 years later, he is still the most performed playwright in history. Not bad for a glovemaker's son. Follow for more.